Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode in the new series Hybrid Squads, where in each video I'll be showing you a team I've built that's a hybrid between two nations, leagues or clubs, and then show you some of the goals I've scored using the team. So as you can see, in the first episode I decided to build a Serie A and French hybrid, because they both have some incredible players. I went for the 3-4-3 formation because I've never actually tried it before, and both France and the Serie A have so many attacking players. I wanted to use as many as possible. So yeah, it would take, if you were to build this team, it would cost you with Ibrahimovic 175k roughly. However, if you wanted a cheaper alternative, you could easily swap Ibrahimovic out for someone like Mikeli or Pato. He'd get the same chemistry as Ibrahimovic, which is 7, and he'd be a much cheaper alternative, lowering the team price to somewhere in the region of 85 to 90k, which I think is pretty good considering the quality of the players in the lineup. Also, one of my main concerns with this team when I was building it was that I might be a bit stretched at the back, because I've only got 3 defenders and they're all centre backs, but actually they've all got a pretty good pace. I think the lowest is Diakite, with 67, sorry. And they're all actually really good, especially Diakite. I would say he's like the hub of the defence, 192 centimetres and something like 95 strength, so he's an absolute monster, and strikers find it really hard to get past. Also, Bonucci's just been given an inform this week, so if you wanted to improve the defence even further, you could buy him in form just to make it that much stronger. So moving on to the goals, we're starting with Giovinco, who's a quality player really. Centre attacking mid, but you could buy a position card, and play him centre mid if you really wanted the 9 chemistry. He's got the 91 pace, which is just such a useful asset to take him past defenders, and here you can see he plays a great little pass through to Ibrahimovic. But not only has he got pace, he's also got great ball control and great skill, and you can see from this little run of skill here, he gets past 3 or 4 players, and then that's a brilliant strike in the top corner from just outside the box. You can pick him up for about 1.2k, and honestly he's just such a bargain and such a useful player to have in midfield. He's pretty small, so he may not have the strength, but he makes up for that in agility and his sort of knack of tackling people actually. So we're moving on here to Menez, who does really well to shape his body and get a great strike, and him and Elia are actually pretty similar players. Both have great pace, Menez with 87 and Elia with 92. And they both have great long shots. Menez here has 81. Apologies for the lag in that replay, I don't know what happened there. Here's a long shot from Elia, which was just a beautiful strike. Got taken out straight after, but he's back up to celebrate the goal. And yeah, they're both just really good players. Elia's great to have on the wing. You could play him left wing, or you can play him left mid as I did, where I found him really useful because him and Lavezzi could combine and do overlaps and things like that, because they both have 92 pace. And yeah, I just found him a brilliant player to use. Now, moving on to Ben Arthur, who probably was one of my favourite players in this team. I'm actually a Newcastle fan, so I was really keen to use him. And you can pick him up. I picked mine up for about 600 coins. And he's just such a great player, because he's only 79, which I actually think is a bit harsh, because he's so good in real life. And that Rabona chip, I know Ibrahimovic steals the goal, but it was going in anyway, and it's just such a cheeky finish. He's also got not bad free kick accuracy. I think it's about 75. But being a left-footed player is really helpful for when it's on that side of the pitch, because you can curl them in. And also, seeing as he plays right wing, it's great in terms of actually running down the wing, because he can cut inside as you see here and strikes a beautiful little long shot top corner. And yeah, I just found him a great player to use. He lowers your attack rating quite a deal, because I had an 88 and 86 is Lavezzi, and an 80 and a 79 in Ben Arthur, and so my overall rating was 84, which I thought was brilliant. Yeah, but as I was saying earlier, I suggest that with this team you could swap out Ibrahimovic for Pato, because I didn't actually really like Ibrahimovic, because for the money you have to fork out to buy him. I don't think he's worth it. He didn't perform too well for me. I wasn't able to get really any clips with him, and I thought it was a real disappointment for the money I paid. So I tried Pato for one match, and he pulled out this little beauty, something Ibrahimovic wasn't able to do in any of the games I played with him, and I played so many. I mean, that is just beautiful and a great finish. But yeah, so I was quite disappointed with Ibrahimovic, so I really would recommend swapping him out for someone like Pato or Mikeli, because Mikeli's a cheaper alternative. Pato is about 11k. And I had to put this in because this is De Meo, one of my centre backs. And if I'd have scored this, it would have been the best goal I've ever scored in FIFA 12. It was ridiculous. He does a back heel type thing that I've never actually seen someone score in FIFA 12. I've never even seen it done. And yeah, unfortunately the defender blocked it, and if he hadn't, I think it might have crept in, which would have just been amazing. So Lavezzi is who we're now on, and he was the player of the team for me, the standout player. You saw there he just got a lovely little skill goal from kickoff, which was just a tremendous finish as well. But he shows he's also capable of scoring some great long shots like that half volley, which is just such an explosive strike from my custom set piece corner, which seems to be working really well for me online. And here as well, I just love this little advanced rainbow over the keeper and then the fancy flip finish. Honestly, he's such a good player to use. I got mine for 8,300 coins, which I thought was a pretty good deal. And he's just so good. He's got everything: the 92 pace, the 5-star skills, the long shots, just everything. And I would really recommend buying him if you can afford it. So that's the end of this video and this hybrid episode. I hope you enjoy the team and the goals I scored with them. And until next time, thank you very much.